Right now, the housing market is even scarier than asking your girlfriend's parents if you can take her to homecoming. So I decided to ask Facebook, what is the #1 reason that you're worried about buying a house right now? Because I wanted to see if these are legitimate concerns or if fake news has taken hold of us once again. So let's see what everybody said. So first up, we have the pending economic collapse. So I'm just going to assume this was a joke because of the winky face that went along with it. But if there is another pending economic collapse here in the States, I think we have much bigger problems than, higher home prices and 7% interest rates. Interest rates too high. So yeah, you're kind of right. So right now, interest rates are pushing about 7.18, and the last time they were over there was here in 2002. So I was 7 years old last time interest rates were this high. But there's two things we should note about this. #1, if you don't already own a home, which I know that Tommy does, you are currently paying 100% interest to your landlord. You're paying down their mortgage every single month, and the home that you're living in is appreciating and giving them more money that way too. AKA, you are making them wealthy instead of you. That's why there's still investors out there right now buying homes despite high home prices and high interest rates. Because really what matters most is time in the market, not timing the market. Which leads me into point 2, which is that saying interest rates are too high has the baked in assumption that at some point here in the future, they're not going to be this high. So let's talk about it. Right now, there is not an end in sight. Some people are saying that we might get to 5% or 6% again by 2025. That's the latest that I've heard. But here's the thing I want to ask you, okay? Are you willing to sit on the sidelines for the next 2 years and miss out on equity, miss out on having your own place, for over 1 percentage point, going from 7% to 6%? We have absolutely no indication that interest rates are going to go back down to 2 or 3% ever again. We have no indication. I mean, it took a worldwide shutdown to do it the first time. And here's the other thing. If that does happen, if they go back down to 2 or 3%, you can always refinance. And if you're one of the people that already owns a home and you have a great interest rate, congratulations. Obviously, this part does not apply to you. But if you're a renter, think about it. Down payment. Thankfully, this is an easier one. There are many, many ways to get a home for 0% down and just paying your closing costs. And you can even get out of paying your closing costs. In this video right here, I talk about how to get a house for $0. And no, it is not too good to be true, and it's actually really not that hard. So check out that video next. Worried about having to make compromises that shouldn't have to be compromises due to the economy and headwinds. Yeah, I mean, that's something that a lot of people have been feeling during the last 3 years for sure. And I actually just made another video you guys can check out. That one's from about 9 days ago that covers how to get a good deal here in this market, basically finding a diamond in the rough. But yeah, if you go after competitive homes in this market, there's going to be a lot of things that you do have to compromise on. We have low supply and high demand, and that's what happens in this kind of market. But if your goal is to find a good deal on a great home in this market, it's still possible. Everything? Can't save up enough money for the down payment, don't know fully where we want to live yet, and interest rates, I wouldn't be caught paying that. So I've covered the down payment part of this, I've covered the interest rates. Not knowing fully where you want to live, I mean, that's something you're gonna have to talk about with the family. I already have one, I don't want to move, I like my house. Okay, 3 reasons. Yeah, fair enough. Trouble finding a first-time home buyer's loan, interest rates, and price. So we've talked about interest rates. As far as a first-time home buyer's loan is concerned, I have multiple lenders who can help you with that. And let's talk about price for a second. So this is how home prices have moved in the United States since 1963. You can see here there's really not much room for them to come down. We've actually had a little bit of a down spike here in Q1 of 2023. So home prices are what they are, and they probably are not going to be coming back down. In fact, this is probably the lowest that they'll be for a long time. We can't say for certain, but yeah, I mean, there's probably not 2019, 2020 prices coming back ever again. Everyone else took mine. It's a scary time to buy a house. Yeah, can't argue with that. I mean, things are very competitive. I just had an offer put in for a buyer recently where we got 9 offers in 24 hours. So yeah, things are very competitive, especially if you're looking at the stuff that just dropped, that's underpriced, that is pretty pictures. But like I said, I did release that Diamond in the Rough video. I would encourage you to watch it. There's plenty of houses out there. And the last one, Joe Biden. If you want an actual opinion on president stuff, he was not the president in March of 2020 when the Fed dropped interest rates to historic lows and caused home prices to fly up like they did. So, but yeah, good one. All right, that'll do it, guys. I'll see you.